This video will introduce you to calculated formulas in Blackboard's test tools. The calculated formulas tool is especially useful in giving students practice with problems that require detailed calculations. Blackboard's calculated formula questions are a great way to offer multiple versions of the same engineering or science problem for students, since the variables can be randomized, which prevents copying answers from other students or from previous classes. Blackboard also grades the students' answers and can offer suggestions on what they should study if they get an incorrect answer. Let's get started. In Blackboard's test canvas, hover over Create Question and select Calculated Formula. This will bring you to the Create, Edit, Calculated Formula question page. Let's use the following practice computational question. We'll be using an electrical engineering question about a rectifying circuit. Question goes, assume we have an ideal silicon diode that only conducts at 0.7 volts and is charging a 12-volt battery. If the source voltage is A RMS volts at 60 Hz, what fraction of the cycle is the diode conducting? Use 3 significant digits and fixed point notation. The problem requires students to understand the term RMS as well as how a diode and half-wave rectifier circuit work. Blackboard's software kernel is equivalent to a basic scientific calculator and can implement trigonometric, log, exponential, matrix calculations, as well as absolute value, rounding, floor, and ceiling functions. In setting up this problem, I need to show students a picture of the circuit, and the 2 methods I use to insert a picture are grabbing an image with Adobe under Edit, Take Snapshot, putting it into Paint, cropping it, and saving it as a .png file, or using an online schematic generating program like Digity Schemit, which allows me to directly create .png files. One tip is to load the .png file into Flickr with my name as a tag for easy reference, and then Blackboard allows me to insert it below the question. I then sort the images by date posted so I can find it quickly. When embedding a picture under Flickr, under View, select Embed Photo, and under Size, select Small 240 pixels on the longest size. I also don't show Flickr or URL information since it's not relevant to the problem. Here's the formula for the answer. Blackboard lets me allow A to range from 9.9 to 29.9 and then randomly select 40 out of the 201 possible values. Blackboard also allows me to select to set the correct and incorrect feedback for students and an error tolerance. Incorrect feedback lets me point the students to what they need to study so they can understand the problem. You can also select options where the students can see what the correct answer was in Blackboard, which they appreciate. The software can check the students' units. However, I find there are fewer problems if I just tell the students what units the answer is expected to be in. I always check the calculation with my own calculator and at a minimum look at the maximum and minimum answers to catch careless errors on my part, which minimizes student complaints. It helps the students if the problem tells them how many significant digits Blackboard expects in the answer and if it's fixed or exponential notation. I have found that many students are rusty on the definition of significant digits, so I point them to a website that explains it fairly well. To give students some practice, you can allow multiple attempts and then accept the highest grade from their attempts. Thank you.